Well, it's that time again where I'm heading out into the woods, so I'm getting some more food together, and I guess you could say you're tuning into the world's most complicated backpacking meals, because I got a couple new ideas throughout the year and throughout the, I guess, the season, and I'm trying a couple more new things out on the trail. So just to let you know what I'm using to cook in, so I'm cooking in nesting pots. I've got 3 pots here. I got the smaller pot, which is roughly 4 cups or 1 liter. The large cup, which is about 7 cups or 1 3/4 liters. And then I got a frying pan. And a lot of my meals, if you watch my other videos, you know they take all 3 pots to do this. So this is another maiden voyage type meal. So my goal is too, as far as food, I like to eat good and big portions. My goal is to fill the 1 liter pot basically with food for me to eat while I'm out on the trail. So this meal that we're going to take this time, I'm going to try orange chicken. So I got a whole bunch of dehydrated turkey, which I need to use up. We had a bunch of turkey left over, so I got a whole bunch of turkey meals to take this trip. So orange chicken is what I'm going to try. So we had it one night, and it was fantastic, and I started thinking, how can I make this? So I'm going to start off, as usual, packing a Ziploc bag, a sandwich-sized bag. I've got a cup of rice here, and I'm going to add some bouillon to that. So I'll put my cup of rice in my bag. So, where is my bouillon? Oh, there it is, there. So I got about a tablespoon of chicken bouillon there to flavor my rice. That's going to be my bed or my base for my meal. And then I'm going to take some chicken, and I'm going to do my orange chicken as like a sauce. I'm going to pour it over it. And I did try this one because it's fairly complicated. I wanted to try to get it right, and it turned out fair. And I did some modifications to it to kind of make it work. So, and I'm going to have carrots as a side. So there's a portion of dehydrated carrots. So I'm going to have those with it too, with my orange chicken. So now it's going to be the sauce. So I got thinking of how I could make the sauce. So I tried this already, and it worked all right. So this is 2 or 3. It's about a cup. It's a cup of dehydrated clementine slices, and they're light as a feather. Here's what they look like there. They're super light. So I'm basically going to rehydrate them and kind of smash them into a sauce, really, and make like a paste. So that's going to be the orangey part of my sauce. And then I need a tablespoon of cornstarch, and I'm going to add that with, I got it written on there, 2 tablespoons of water. That's going to be to thicken the sauce. So we'll see if we can get that in there. The bag is going to be full, and the oranges aren't going to fit in. But the oranges are very light, so I'm not that worried about it. 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, and that's to sweeten the sauce. Now, I decided to take some liquids to make things easier, so I got some soy sauce packages. So I'm taking 4 soy sauce packages and 4, these have been in the freezer, frozen vinegar icicles, and 4 packages of vinegar I got at local restaurant. Serves that with fries. So we're going to take vinegar, that's to make our sauce. And then we need some spices, so we've got 1/4 teaspoon of ginger and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. We'll mix that all together in the sauce, use the cornstarch to thicken it, in with the oranges, and away we go. So hopefully this turns out pretty good on the trail, and I guess we'll see. You'll get to see yourself. If it's a disaster, I'll post it anyway. If I can barely eat it, I'm sure I'll be able to eat it. So anyway, orange chicken. So we'll see you on the trail. I didn't show you the finished product. There we go. It's all packaged up in the sandwich bag, all the good stuff in there, and the orange pieces, very light but won't fit in the bag, so they'll be going together. Okay, we're here on a big rock. We're going to start getting our meal together. So I'm going to attempt orange chicken tonight. It's going to be orange, well, it's actually turkey, but it's going to be like a casserole. So I'm going to make a sauce. So I got a whole bunch of hydrated clementines in there, and we got a whole bunch of stuff in here to make our sauce. We got ginger and vinegar, soy sauce, brown sugar. So I'm going to do the chicken, turkey, and I'm going to do the carrots together as far as rehydrating. and getting hot. There's the carrots. And then I'm going to make the orange sauce and the rice, and I'm going to pour the orange sauce over the whole dish is my plan. So that's the plan. Let's see how it turns out. So there's all my dehydrated stuff. There's some filtered water, so I'm going to give it a liberal amount, especially in here. I want those to soak up as much as possible to make kind of like your orange juice. That's my Orange Julius. That's my plan. So there we are. So it's early afternoon, 2 o'clock-ish. We're just going to let those set for a few hours as we hang out here at camp. And then we'll start making the dish for supper. Alright, so it's supper time here. We're going to carry on. First thing I'm going to do is bring my stuff to a boil. There's my oranges. We're going to bring them to a boil. And then we'll bring the turkey and the, which is right there, the turkey and the carrots. We'll bring them to a boil and get them hot. We're going to move some stuff. Like I said, my goal is to make this to like an orange sauce. I'm afraid I got too much water in it to kind of get them to break down. I'm going to pour a little bit of that water out. So this is where I'm going to make my sauce from. Or try to. That's the goal. So I'll bring this to a boil. I'll check back when it boils. Okay, so the oranges are to a boil, so I'm just going to let them set aside now that they're hot and boiled. We're going to have to play with that quite a bit to try to make some kind of an orange sauce with them. So now I put my turkey and carrots on. We'll bring those to a boil. And once they're hot, we're going to transfer them into the frying pan. And then we'll make our rice in the instant rice in here. I actually have a cup with me. I'm going to use this orange drink mix too that I've been drinking. I'm going to squirt a little bit of that into that to give it, try to make sure we get the orange flavor in our sauce. Anyway, I'll be back once this boils, so we're just going to bring it to a boil. Go for it. Okay. There we go. They're just, turkey and carrots are just coming to a boil. I'm just going to let them roll up pretty good there. I'm going to try to save all the water. I want to save all the flavors, and I'll use that when I'm making my rice here. So we'll transfer from one pot to another. I like to save the water if I can. It has the flavor. Helps with the flavor of the meal, the dish. I'm going to pour that out into here. Oh, I lost a little bit of turkey. We'll put that right in there. So I'm going to make my rice in there. And it's a cup of water. Oh. So it's a cup of water for the instant rice. I got just about enough water in there. Put the lid on there, keep warm. Bring that to a boil. I'll put my, oh, I got a pine needle in there, yummy. Put my rice in there. Put my chicken bouillon in there for making my rice. One thing I failed to take into account for is that I need that to make the rice. So I've got no way to make that, keep that, stay hot. Put that on top, I guess. Failed to account for that, didn't I? So I'm just going to cook the rice here. I'm going to let it boil till it firms up for a few minutes. There it is there. Turn the heat down low, and we'll be back. Okay. My battery's going to die here in my GoPro in a second, so I'm just going to keep boiling this. I added a little more water to it. I tried it already, and it was a little bit firm, and I got a carrot in there. So I'm going to just let this cook, and I'm going to add the turkey and carrots in it, because it's all going to be kind of like a casserole, all in one dish. And then we're going to go to work on trying to make the orange sauce. Okay, the battery died there. I knew it was going to. So there's the turkey and the carrots and the rice all in together, and we're going to set those off to the side. And we're going to work on the orange sauce, which may be a complete disaster. So we'll set this right here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I need to make a thickener. So I've got cornstarch here. It says I got a note on here to add 2 tablespoons of water to the cornstarch. So I think I'll take water right out of my, I'm going to mix it in this cup. If you don't have this cup, I could use my frying pan. You can see that or not. Cornstarch, that'll be to thicken it. I'll just set that aside. May need a little more thickening. So it says 2 tablespoons. All I got for is this spoon here. So I'm just gonna ladle out. That's more like a teaspoon. I'll do maybe 4 of those. And then I'm gonna mix this up. And make kind of a milk-like thickening agent. Oh, I got pine needles in it. And that'll be to thicken the sauce, hopefully. Hopefully this will work. Tried it at home and it worked. Alright, so let's get this underway. Okay. So we've got to make this sauce. We got some spices here. We got some brown sugar. And we got vinegar and soy sauce to make the sauce. And I'm going to use just a shot of this too, this orange drink. Just to make sure we've got the orange-like flavor that we want. So I'm going to try to mash these up now that they're dehydrated, to try to give a bit of a more of a sauce-like. Ouch! Splashed boiling water on my hand. That was nice. How we doing, GoPro? Still, so I'm boiling it kind of vigorously. They smell orange-like. Hopefully they taste orange-like. So I'm going to add the orange flavoring at the very end. Still worried I got too much liquid in there. Okay, while that boils, I'm going to add stuff in. So I'm going to add in my spices. Ooh, I smell the ginger. Add in that, okay. Turn that down. And I'm going to add in some vinegar. This could be the worst tasting. This could be the worst tasting thing that you've ever seen me try here. So I've got 4 packets of vinegar, and I'm gonna put them all in. And I got 4 packets of soy sauce. I'll get finger on my fingers. I'm gonna put the soy sauce in there. Smells like soy sauce. I'm worried that I have too much. That I have too much liquid in there. That's my worry. Out there in YouTube world, that's my worry. Alright, 4 packages of soy sauce. Let's find a place to put those. Ooh, I got soy sauce in my hands. I wonder if bears like soy sauce. I should ask Aaron. Aaron, do bears like soy sauce? Do bears like soy sauce?
Oh,
yeah, he says. he says, oh yeah. Oh yeah, bears love. There's the brown sugar. I'll put that in there. That's to sweeten it. Again, this is all hopefully. Hopefully that's to do this, and this is to do that. Now it looks pretty liquidy. So I may have to condense this and let's try it. Let's do a taste test. Let's see what it tastes like. Not bad. It's not terrible for sure. It certainly has an orangey taste. So I'm gonna bring that to a boil. I'm just gonna condense that a little bit to try to get it a little bit thicker before I put in the thickener. So we'll check back in when that is completed. All right, so we've got, smells orangey. Let's see how it tastes. So I got a fly in there. Not only, look at that. All right, so we're gonna pour in our thickening. The fly is back in. See, stuck on my spoon. Extra protein, I guess. Well, that looks good. Aaron's showing me his beef and gravy. Mine is not going to thicken up because I got too much liquid in it, like I suggested. So it's going to be a very runny. So I'm going to let her boil and see if I can condense it a little bit, and we'll come back. It's not soup, it's sauce. Oh. Aaron has insulted me! Okay, so I tried it there. It tastes pretty good. I'm too heavy on the ginger, I think. I'm going to put just a shot of this orange drink stuff in there. I've thickened it up. The oranges are starting to stick to the bottom a little bit, actually. So it has thickened up, but it's pretty gingery. So we're gonna try that, and we're gonna serve it on top of our. Ooh, I smell the orange now. That little shot of drink mix. So I'm gonna pour it over this, and hopefully, it's edible. It certainly was fancy enough. It's thickened up some, the sauce. There's the orange sauce on top. Mix her all in with the rice. Mix her all in together. Gingery goodness. Now I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see the look on my face when I have the first bite of it. Maybe I'll have to have my water close by. There it is. Orange chicken casserole on the trail. Okay, here's the first bite of our orange chicken. Aaron is there watching me with bated breath. He's gonna rate my facial expressions. All right, here's bite number 1. That's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's quite good. I was worried the sauce was going to be too strong. There's very hard ginger. Very strong ginger, but when I mix it in with the rice and the turkey and stuff, it all blended in pretty good. Anyway, there you have it. There you have it. Hey, another trail time first. Man, that's good. Real good. It's orangey and sweet. It's awesome. The secret ingredient, though, is I put a little squirt of this in, and that's what I'm using to make juice anyway, because the lake water tastes terrible.
I just can't seem to drink enough of it, so I put juice in it to make it more palatable. So, orange chicken, check it out. Thanks for watching.